Inspector summary video. We're in Stratford Street in Newark. We have one, two, three, four, 5 systems. This is in a center court. We're going to call this fire escape number 1. On this fire escape, we have a fire escape that has all original hardware except for a few threads that they were fixed not too long ago, maybe right after they had the citation. Maintenance came over and fixed a few steps. A fire escape that doesn't have a railing support to the building, and the lower floors we have a bracket that's going from this end to the floor, but in this case we got nothing in here. If people were to lean against it, it could fall. All this hardware needs to be replaced. The tail to the nose connections, they need to be replaced. All corners need to be bolted. Every strap that goes across is a major structural point, and the bolt has to be replaced on both ends, back and forth. These items right here, these railings, metal railings, are not major structure, they're minor structure, but the posts where they're located, the post is holding everything, needs to be reinforced, re-bolted, new bolts. Over here we have angle that's overlapping the next, so you need a bolt right here. You need to replace this bolt with new hardware. This post here needs to be reinforced with a bolt. That bolt has to be replaced. These ones can stay as they are if they're good, and they seem to be good. All this hardware on the stiffener has to be replaced. Another post that needs to have a bolt, bottom has to be replaced. The tail bolt has to be replaced, and this one don't have one in the nose, so a new bolt needs to go in there. Same thing here. The long ones have it, but there has to be new hardware replacement. Again, no bracket here to the wall or not to the frame, so that needs to be put in place. We go downstairs. All balusters are minor structural, so we just need to check that all are in good condition. Otherwise, you need to bolt them down. But as a minor structural, don't have to be unless it needs it. We have some issues here with the stringer, the E-clip. It's this hook that holds the staircase to the frame. In this case, we have a stringer that sits on the bottom of the base, but with this addition, this hooks around it and it's bolted, and those bolts need to be replaced. You have a really bad condition. The threads are in very bad condition. I just hammered each one of them. The ones that were loose, they were very been replaced, as you can see right here, but they need to be cleaned of all rust, prime and silicone, so water doesn't penetrate this anymore. Same thing here. So this is the case of all threads. They're in really bad shape. As you can see, you can just pull the top crust of rust, and you can see that this fire escape needs a good scraping and repainting. Okay, all these posts that are major structural, those bolts need to be replaced. Okay, and it is up to the city official if he wants to close this gap. These gaps are dangerous when you have small children coming down the fire escape. They could, in case of an emergency, people are scared, people are pushing and shoving. This could be a hazard for a small child. He can fall down through that gap. We got little stiffeners here that's holding the stringers. Those bolts need to be replaced. Every single thread, the steps, every single step needs to be open. Replace the hardware, open, clean, prime, painted, and sealed with 50-year-old silicone so water doesn't penetrate the joints. Same thing with here. You got a major structural point, exposed, stopped railing, need to be changed. And the corners, again, we have another piece missing here. You can see the movement. There's nothing that will stop anybody from, if a lot of weight is put on, this could collapse. This is also holding the pinwheel, it's holding the ladder system. You can see the wheel right there, cast iron. We will have to see what kind of shape it is, and it may need to be replaced. The cable, I can't see it from here yet, but I'll check it down the next floor. So all this debris needs to be cleared out of the fire escape. Same thing with some AC units that are in the fire escape area. They need to be moved. And same condition, scraping, painting is necessary here. We need to replace all hardware. There we go. There's the brace I was talking about. Some corners have it, and that prevents from anybody to push down and fall out of the fire escape. These corners need to be reinforced with new bolts. And again, going down the steps, same thing. Posts need to be rebolted. And I did a hammer test on all these threads, so I feel very safe that none of them are going to fall. But the threads, you can see the on the E-clip, the one that is holding the staircase. You can see the rust build up in between, and if those bolts go, the only reason this is being held together is that the stringer is resting on this little wall right here. So these clips are very important. They're holding the whole staircase in place. So, and you can see the rust build up. You can see the paint shipping. And so this is going to be the case in this whole fire escape. Threads, the gap in the railing, scraping in the painting, caulking of the joints, the replacement of hardware on major structural points like the straps across. And here is our ladder. I couldn't catch it very and this is our wheel. Hardware, you can see is the cable is now resting on its tracks to the side. We have a cable here that seems to be in good condition. It was replaced at one point. This is not the original cable, and so the cable is fine. You have original hardware sitting on the top of holding this ladder system. That needs to be replaced. Anything square bolts have to be replaced. The runts on the staircase go right through the wall of the sides, so that's okay. None of these have to be clipped together to the walls. Otherwise, it will have to be a clip here and here. But the runts are going right through this wall here, so it's okay. If for any reason the weld gives, the runs at least are still inside being held. So this is the story on this fire escape. All original hardware, scrape and paint is necessary. Reinforcements of all corners. Here we have a brace that is welded, so it needs to be bolted. All balusters and seem to be in good condition. They need a good scraping and painting. We have a piece here from the railing that, like I say, it's not major structural, but when needed, we need to reattach that. This is major structural. This is holding the whole other pieces together. Okay, you see that we need to scrape this fire escape, and also whoever is going to work on this fire escape, any vendor must be EPA certified. This fire escape is believed to be 50 to 75 years old and must contain lead. So this has to be touched by a vendor with a renovator's license. Again, the clips, they all need to be fixed. All the steps, you can see the rust. This is one of the ones that was fixed, but again, it wasn't sealed. So this in a couple of years, 1 or 2, it will be full of rust again because the water will penetrate and create all that rust. Okay, same story here. You can see the openings. This whole fire escape needs to be, all the threads need to be reopened, clean of rust and prime and seal. Again, debris in the fire escape is not allowed. It needs to be clean. Okay, and you can see people come out. You can smoke here. Some people in the summer, come out and take the fresh air out of it. So these things can be dangerous. Okay, so here we have a major structural point where these straps for the grating meet. So we have to make sure that this and these areas are in good condition. Okay. You can see the connections. Very rusty. The paint is cracking. Gaps everywhere. It's in sad shape. So here we go. We have those braces holding this railing together. Okay. So at this point, the braces, some of the support areas have cement issues, holes in the wall that make this support unverifiable until we go in there and verify the condition of it inside the wall. The same thing with all of them. And not all of them have cement issues. But some of them do, and those that do need to be verified. They've been compromised. The corners of the platforms, they need to be bolted. Okay. So this is fire escape number 1, and I'm going to exit through this window, go back out, and see Jill, who's waiting for me down there, and we'll move to the next fire escape. Again, any questions? 1-800-649-3333, 1-800-649-3333. This is fire escape number 1.